to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there was plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards. Second down. To throw on second down. Stevenson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. To throw on third down. Stevenson. Open man. That's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Stevenson, complete. Jefferson, the target. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
What part do they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
him.
No
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Jones out to his left, trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Bucs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Stevenson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Right back to him on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Off play action. Stevenson. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stevenson under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Looking to throw on second down. Stevenson, left side here. That's the tight end Fant. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Stevenson. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And this one is right through. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing Jones. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a stoppage, and oh, we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Whitmore. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Jones now on third down. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Stevenson.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage. To throw on 2nd down. Stevenson.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 1st and 10, Stevenson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stevenson completes it to Fant on the right side. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Off the play fake. Stevenson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Touchdown! From 8 yards out. And the Saints are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. Operating from the gun, Stevenson.
That is caught, Rashad Bateman.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
That's caught left side by Judy.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action, Jones. Holmes has got it complete. That's good, the completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And some room to maneuver.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, But how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll try the left side. Whitmore. And some room to work.
46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got him in. It's Brown.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Now a give, right side. Whitmore, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. This from 36 yards out. And his kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Stevenson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Returnable here from the 38. We call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. So nothing doing there. And it'll be fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Desperados try and hold on and claim victory. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Takes it at the 7. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now, he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 46 yards on the ground for him so far.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing: get to the quarterback. Oftentimes you can buy.
And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown.
Rashad Bateman, 48 yards. And the Bucs have retaken a third-quarter lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of...
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And a pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's caught here by Adams. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Stevenson.
He's got his tight end fan. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Operating from the gun. Stevenson.
That's complete. Left side to Bateman.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a handoff running through the middle. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got it. Touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Bucs use the short field to get in for 6.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard at doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing to start the drive. Stevenson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll go down at the 28.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Operating from the gun. Stevenson
looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Well, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones.
And this one too low.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Jones. This caught. Reception by Holmes.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They'll run on first down. Whitmore. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. On second down now. Whitmore. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Here's Jones to throw on third down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Throwing to start the drive. Stevenson.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
To throw on second down, Stevenson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some room to roam now. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
85 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Looking to throw. Stevenson. Oh, there's that. And a loose football. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Stevenson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The offense on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Now Jones. And he'll just get rid of it.
When you throw as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Taking it about the 16. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The former Minnesota Golden Gopher Rashad Bateman leading this offense back onto the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stevenson.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
He completes it to Boyd. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
On 1st down, Whitmore. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground.
Whitmore. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Jones throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. And on 4th and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on first down. Whitmore. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing Jones. And this one complete to Smith.
And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Whitmore. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Mac Jones
keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit.
They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And some space here.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On second down, they'll run it here. And he's brought down.
135 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division